to know about Adesh and Bharti when we took an apartment in World Spa. And Sangeeta and I were living at that time in Panchit Park, which is quite far away. And that was the first time we were thinking of moving to Gurgaon. We were getting an apartment which would be a bare shell, so we had to do it up. And I was very clear that I wanted to do up the apartment in a way that I would be able to live in it for the next 10-20 years. And I wanted to be a brand new, to have a idea and a vision for how this place would be. It was actually the first time that we were moving to our own home. So it was a very important time for us. Our brother-in-law and a friend of ours had used Adesh and Bharti's firm earlier, and they spoke to us and they told us they were happy with the result. So we went to meet them in Gurgaon at their office. And I think that from the very beginning we struck a chord. We liked the way they were. They were very simple people, but clearly they were very passionate about their work. And so we decided to go ahead with them. I don't think, it's now 6 years back, but I don't think we looked at anybody else. We didn't consider any other architects or interior designers for our work. So we went ahead with them. And the entire experience was extremely good for a number of reasons. First of all, they were involved in our project. They gave the feeling that they were involved in our project almost as much as we were. So there was a great feeling of ownership, which is very rare. Normally, when you're working with interior designers or with architects, you feel there is a firm and they're doing it, for commercial reasons. That was not the case here. I don't know whether it was because they were a couple themselves. We always felt like they were taking an interest in our home as if it was their home. And that is something which is obviously very important. Secondly, they brought a mix of new ideas and yet very pragmatic approach to what was the right thing to do, what was proper, what should be the cost, and so on. So that was the second reason where it was a balance between imagination and artistic and creative inspiration, if you like, and the importance of good execution. The third important thing was that they were very involved in the entire execution. So we used to, Sangeeta and I were obviously very, very passionate about this. We used to come and meet them, travel 20 kilometers and meet them almost every week, I think, over the space of 6 months. And at the same time, every time we came, there was a lot of discussion about what we were doing, all the alternatives, all the options. Every time we came to the apartment, one out of Adesh and Bharti would always be there supervising the work. So that was the third reason why we felt very happy. And finally, of course, eventually as things turned out, from our point of view, the apartment looked absolutely beautiful, and more importantly, it looked like the way we had imagined it to be. So every single thing in the apartment was almost I would say a joint creation of Sangeeta, myself, Adesh and Bharti. And I don't think that I can pay a greater compliment to an outside firm when I say that we owned it as much as they owned it. And I think that is the special thing about these two people. They became like part of our family. And certainly I would have no hesitation in recommending them to other people, to people who know me. And I often joke with them that we should get a commission they must have done at least 10 houses on our recommendation. So that's we think very highly of them, and we are very happy to recommend them to others.